So I'm Chef Rembold. I'm the chef of Marlow and Sons and Diner in the south side of Williamsburg. And today we're going to actually make rabbit cacciatore after we butcher some rabbits. So the way you kind of want to approach this, I mean, does everything in the end end up being kind of similar to a chicken? It kind of does. And definitely you shouldn't really be scared of butchering a rabbit. I mean, it's actually quite uncomplicated once you've done it a few times. Up here you have the forequarters, or I like to call them arms, but something that's kind of interesting is that they don't seem to have clavicles, which I think is kind of amazing. Then you have kind of the ribs here, the loin or the saddle, the hind quarter or the leg and thigh. This would be the thigh, this would be the leg, obviously. So inside here, what you see is, and this again, this is amazing in these particular rabbits from John Fazio's, that you get all these innards intact, the liver, the kidneys, and then also up here you have the heart, and even looks like something similar to lungs up there. Getting to play around with, say, the innards and the offals of the animal is kind of fantastic. Even something like the heart here, just season it with salt and pepper and sear it to rare to medium rare and slice it, and it's actually quite edible. Even the head, you know, you could make the world's tiniest batch of head cheese with the head. Could you roast a whole rabbit? Sure, you could roast a whole rabbit. Could you just braise a whole rabbit? You could definitely braise a whole rabbit. The thing is that different parts of the rabbit are better suited to certain versions of cooking. The bat wings and the legs are more suitable for braising. And then the loin and the rib meat here is always going to be better roasted or even slow roasted. For those of you out there that like to sous vide, you can probably sous vide just about anything here. As far as how to butcher this guy, the first thing you want to do is remove the head. All right, so we're going to remove the head. Next up, we're going to remove these forequarters. It's actually quite easy to do. It's in fact like the rabbit almost tells you how to butcher the rabbit by looking at just where the different muscle areas separate. While we're at it, let's go ahead and take out the innards. We'll remove the liver and use the tip of your knife for that. Remove the heart. So at this point what we have left is the rib cage, the loin or the saddle, the belly, and the legs. So much like chicken, you want to kind of essentially separate the thigh meat from the pelvis, and there is a joint. On rabbits, it's a little bit more difficult to find that joint. Get in there with the tip of your knife, and again, if you can kind of pull the joint out of the socket there by applying pressure, and what you do, it's a little bit easier to make the cut with your knife. And then we'll do the same thing with this guy over here. There we go. Leg number 2. Let's remove these bellies. What we are going to do with these bellies is we are actually going to grind them. They could also go into a braise, meaning they could go in with the cacciatore. What we're going to do, and what we generally do, is we remove the rib cage right here from the loin, and we'll generally roast the loin, and then a lot of times we'll include the rib cage in our braise. So rabbit post-op here, we have the head, the forequarters, the back legs, the loin, the rib cage and the rib meat, the belly, heart, liver, and kidneys.
Pharrell Williams here.
Hi, I'm Joy Bryant,
I'm Eric Ripper,
I'm Tom Colicchio.
I'm Dr. Frank Lipman,
the host of On the Table,
the host of Across the Board,
Host of Artist Talk.
Host of Hooked Up.
host of the show Be Well Week, Be Well Weekend on the Reserve channel.
It's only on Reserve.
Did you know that you can follow my show on social media sites like Facebook?
Follow us on Twitter.
If you're a fan of my show, hit the like button.
All of the above.
Share me with your friends.
Treat yourself. Check out a new episode of my show, Hooked Up.
And if you want to leave comments, feedbacks, ideas, whatever, love to hear from you. Leave a comment.
And if you don't want to miss the show, be sure to subscribe.
The one that's like down here, or is it here? Somewhere down here.
Thanks for watching the Reserve channel.
Only on YouTube. Throw caution to the wind and ask yourself what rules.